Good evening, everyone. Hello. Okay, cool. My mic got knocked out apparently, so of course, just as I was proceeding to go about doing that, all right. Jump scare 3, 2, 1. Ah! Good God, it's bright. Bright as hell. How's everybody? Hopefully we're all doing good. Turn that down just a bit. That's perfect. All right. So, welcome in, everybody. If you all are coming in, hanging out, hopefully you're ready for a good time. Hopefully you also have the live stream for Brisbane up in the same vein. I'm actually really curious where we're at with that. The instant goose. Shut the fuck up. Dio and Puffin in round 3. Interesting. Well, that's not anything to me. All right. We've got Huntsman testing to do. I don't have a PQ tomorrow, but I do have a PQ Sunday, which means that we need to prep. I need to prepare myself for this. So I missed the fun conversation of Seekers Q9. We did, I did have a discussion on Seekers. And I saw your message on Seekers, your comment on Seekers. I haven't looked at that since, I don't think. Did I respond to that? I hope I did. Seekers is fine. We'll leave it in the deck for now. Only because it is a constant looming threat that forces our opponent to block poorly. That's it. It's the only real value I'm getting out of it. But Topple, it's still only going to stay at 1. Yeah, exactly. And that's pretty much it. That's all I've noticed over the course of everything I've done is it's play Seeker Kunai, and then the rest of the game is give me 2 cards if you don't want this to hit. Give me 2 cards if you don't want this to hit. And that is really good for us because it means that our opponent is going to whittle themselves down, and eventually we're going to get better value out of it. Something else. Oh, I know what I was supposed to have in here. Crowded. Really makes people play incorrectly into us, which I welcome. I'd happily pay a bad card if people would get play. Oh, for sure. If it's going to force the hand and it's just like, oh, it's a new card, like whatever, then it's a different thing. But what I wanted to do today is I wanted to talk a little bit about a deck that I'm trying out to see what we're planning on doing with it. There's a big contention. I actually just had a discussion with Ellie Bird of Ellie Bird fame in the Flush and Bad Discord, as well as Case another I think it's Case, another Huntsman player, about some stuff, and we kind of came to the conclusion that like we like Pablo's list, and obviously Pablo Pintor is a great player, but it doesn't feel like there's a good end game or any way to steal back tempo over the course of any part of the game. And so I kind of agree in that scenario. This is the gloves variant. I am loving the gloves. I will say I've decided to opt out of Graven Call to play Nerve Scalpel and gloves. These gloves are invaluable into the Dio matchup. They're invaluable into the Brute matchup. What was the KO matchup? They're invaluable into Phi. They're invaluable into anybody who's able to send like evasive damage, like Valda. These are also really good into. So there's a lot of opportunity for that to be better. Excuse me, God. Sorry, I'm probably gonna be yawning for quite a bit. It's late, so I'm just I'm living my best life. My eye is twitching, but we're gonna get there. So actually, stealing tempo is what Huntsman does. So why does that matter? You do have to be really proactive on making sure you set a really consistent and simple conversion of card. Well, okay. Stealing tempo isn't exactly the words I probably should use there. What I mean is if it's block 9 or 10, send 4, and your opponent says no blocks, you deal 4 damage to your opponent and you mill a card. 7 points of value overall, right? Unless you consider that card to be higher points of value, but you get the idea. What's the difference is that that's all you're doing. And at some point, your opponent can push. All they need is one setup turn where your turn is simply just like 4 go again into 4. And it's fine. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if it made a silver, it's obviously got more value off of it too. But they usually don't, because Pablo's list is playing bad contract cards. Like, the only reason you're playing the additional contract cards is because you probably want to play a contract card, play coercive tendency, and then play a contract, right? Just like kind of go wider if you want like an aggro turn to push a lot more damage. That will also net you like a ton of silver, right? If they hit. But what I like more is instead of blocking 4, or instead of just sending 4, maybe getting a card off the top if you don't make a silver. Let's just assume you're not making a silver. You get a card off the top, 7 points of value, right? What I'd much prefer is to do the exact same game plan, except in the later parts of the game, the part that Huntsman is supposed to be out of gas, I want to then remembrance my surgicals back, and then get things like 3 copies of Justinic paired up with a persuasive prognosis to send, what is that, 16 points of damage, unhit, banish 4 cards plus Mask Perdition, 5 cards plus 1 from hand, 6 cards, gain 6 life, and blow them out, right? Because in most times you're doing this, your opponent is really, really, really comfortable walking you down, right? Because your damage output as an assassin is not normally very high, right? You come in for 4. You know what easily blocks a 4, especially if you're just sending a raw 4 and nothing else? Any of the 6D reacts that just sit in your opponent's deck at any point. So they can block one card with one card and then proceed to send their whole turn, which is either a setup turn, right? If they're a combo deck, you have to be ready for a setup turn. And if the setup turn is good, like, they get to then send something like 30 plus damage at you on the next turn, right? And all you're doing on your turn is send 4, maybe make it 7 with cut to the chase or something. So it doesn't feel as good. But Pablo did not have Justinik, right? Pablo didn't have Justinik. Pablo also was not on Double Trouble. And that's just because he valued the keep every card, like block with every card in your hand, right? Block 12, block 10, send a 0 for 4. And that pushed down a lot of stuff, but it's not going to be enough to send an incredibly powerful turn. Not to mention the thing that makes Assassin incredibly good into most metas is not the ability to banish a card off the top of the deck. It's the ability to banish a card from their hand, which is what we are trying to do with Persuasive. It's what we're trying to do with Surgical, right? It's why we have these things in there, is because we're trying to rip a card from our opponent's hand. The only time this is like kind of awkward, right, is if your opponent has no cards left in deck, Persuasive doesn't really do anything besides damage. But you can still stack 2 to 3 Justiniks next to this thing and send 11, which is kind of a lot comparatively. And into decks that don't want to block, let's say they have their combo turn and they don't want to block with any of the cards in their hand, you get free value because you're going to send 4. They're going to say no blocks. And then it's just going to swing. And then it's just going to be, okay, pop black text, send Prog for 1, and then hit him. Who cares if Prog doesn't do damage, just dagger? Who said that? Is that Pablo? Did Pablo say that? Because I think Prog just has so much more value when it hits, you know? Like, so much more value when it hits. And so that's why. No, but very end of the game, just dagger if it gets stuck in the. Oh, for sure. Even if you don't end up having any Justiniks, it is still send dagger, right? So you're still swinging dagger, still blue block. It still does all the same things you want it to do. Prog never left the deck, whether you were playing Pablo's list or you're playing a list like mine. You're always going to run Prog, because at the end of the day, if you're playing into an opponent that like doesn't have any armor suite left, and you send 1, they are going to block this card. You can also shred, right? This is a card that very, very often gets blocked. Like nearly all the time, it gets blocked because you don't want to lose a card from your hand. So that's what you have shred for. But I think the value is still quite there. And I think deep down, the deck does pretty well to keep itself afloat. Now, something I do want to check And this is actually something I want to pull up on my Discord here. But I think the deck overall, it's still doing exactly what we want it to do, right? Which is send some disruption, mill some stuff in the top of the deck. Because really, excessive blood loss is like the killer card in here. You see a red on top, your opponent says, all right, whatever. They hit a red, and then the next card after it is like one of their powerful Majestics. Like, you don't even need to play Double Trouble. You have it on the card, which is kind of cool. So something I wanted to check here again. I'm so used to putting shield in front of Prague's Guardian. Yeah. And then you just... let me put this into perspective. Something I can't do is what I did at my PQ to get myself to top 4 on Sunday of last week. Without Justinic, my turn was... What the hell? Without Justinic, my turn was send Annihilate the Arm for 5. My opponent has a Blood Rush Bellow in their hand. They're playing KO. Blood Rush Bellow in their hand, and a bunch of cards that obviously they want to keep because they want a Blood Rush Bellow turn. It looks like I'm just sending 5. They say no blocks. I know they've got no D-reacts in their deck, right? Or at least none that I'm aware of. I pop Black Text. It hits. Banish top card of the deck. It's a attack action. We then move into the next chain. Persuasive Prognosis for 1. My opponent then goes block with Savage Sash because they haven't blocked with Savage Sash yet, and they are just like, okay, this is obviously just going to be a bluff. They'll block for 1 because if you're playing the same kind of list like Pablo is, Pablo's not on Justinic. So they block for 2 on 1, and they go, okay, whatever. I guess that's what, we'll see if you happen to have it. Not only do I Justinic the Persuasive Prognosis, but I also shred the Savage Sash. So they lose their chess piece, and they lose, and I pop Mask. They lose the top 3 cards of their deck and a card from hand. So I ripped 5 cards from their deck, and all of them being attack actions. So I just get full value of that. And ripping 4 cards, ripping 4 cards, gaining 4 life. Sorry. 4 life. It's 4 life, yeah. Persuasive, Justinic. Yes. 4 life. And making 4 more silver on top of it because it's the next chain link from Annihilate the Armed. It's pretty good. The same goes for Double Trouble, right? Double Trouble also is another wonderful pick to go, okay, cool, here we go. I'm going to play Double Trouble after I just played this, this 0 for 4 contract card. And your opponent says no blocks, it's going to come in for like 3, whatever. You bump it to 11, 13 with its ability, and then you not only banish the top 4 cards of their deck, but you get 4 silver probably based off of whatever's previous, or at least somewhere between 2 to 4 silver. And you've dealt 13 points of damage to them to follow it up. I just think it's such a great secondary card to have, and not having it hurts the deck quite a bit, I think, personally. I'm trying to see here what I want to do, because so they're only ever going to respect the 1. That's when you just kill them. But yeah, outside of that though, so this is another deck that somebody had brought up. Near identical. 2 Warmongers though, pretty cool. They're on Graven Call package. I think they're taking it out though. But a lot of their stuff is a lot more healing than it is disruption. So it's outlive your opponent and hope that these hit good cards, which I don't love. Kind of doesn't do a whole lot for me personally. 3 Concealed Blade I also think is just a little too much. So what we're doing here is we're 2 Concealed Blade, 2 Double Trouble Blue, the Remembrance, the Shreds, all this other jazz. I don't love Hunter x Hunter completely sucking at a ninja. Yeah, I think it's actually one of those, like, I think it's actually one of those decks where I almost want to take it out. But the bigger benefit of having Hunter or Hunted in the deck is if you play Hunter or Hunted on the first chain link and you banish the top card of your opponent's deck, and it's a card that they have in their hand, maybe multiple copies, oftentimes that actually ends up benefiting you. But you have to get lucky, right? This card very much just says get lucky. That's it, right? It's all it's got to do. We are running the 1 Overcrowded. We're going to run into other assassins. It's good to have the Overcrowded. I don't know that 3 Ripple Away's needed. I didn't use this a whole lot. This is mainly for Vincent, of which we have a lot. But mainly for Vincent. It's also good for... Who else? Not... I guess it'd be good for Bolton. It'd be kind of good into... I don't know. Yeah, Chelicera. Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah, obviously other assassins, right? Being able to do that. So... yeah, Victor. Yeah, not being able to get gold. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's a card I'm planning on keeping just because it is necessary for like most of the stuff I plan to run into, but I don't know that it's like the best ever. What I want to do is I kind of want to start getting a sideboard ready for this, like actually working on a sideboard, because I don't ever make one really. So I do want to edit this one a little bit. So marionettes still go first. This is 67 cards. We're going to keep both of these here. We're going to inventory these guys. These are the 2 daggers I want to run. We can keep Seeker's Kunai. We can keep Remembrance. I think this is actually fine to run like this. 67 sounds like a lot. I almost want to... get rid of some of the shreds here, but those are probably fine. I think 67's fine into Huntsman, although we could run the full 70 and just bring the sink belows, right? And just outlive them. But like every card is pretty much necessary here, I would say. Yeah, keep sending Graven. That's not happening anymore. Heal up and keep an eye out for T-Tox. Blue Happy been said recently. Oh, there you go. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. Stay alive through their power turns, heal up, and keep an eye out for T-decks. Blocking is awkward in most cases, but you can strip quite a bit if you see HOH early. That's still probably correct. I feel like this is a deck I just run the full 70 into, because they're going to run like nearly 70 into me. And my end game is just going to be better. So I think we're actually good with that. I think that's correct. Now, Dash.io, this is an interesting one. Buyback. Priority of buyback. Boots. Whoops. Gloves. Mask. Boots. Hard focus on prepping a 17 and calling it a day. True. I think that's why I'm running all the D-reacts in the deck too. It's just because, like, you prep a 17. If I block 6 and then 2 D-reacts, that's 14 and 17. They prep a hard 17 and then I block it. I think that's like Marionette. Marionette oftentimes to me feels like that, where like they can put on the pressure, and oftentimes they can. If you deny getting marked though, it's actually really good. When would the exception be for getting masked before gloves for Dio? Probably never. It would never. Your whole plan into this deck, into Dio, in my personal opinion, because you just have to, you are running Spider's Bite and you are running Scale Peeler. You are running the Suite. You are then taking out everything in your deck that does not block 3 or more. Even Codex, you're taking it out. Overcrowded? Take it out of there. You are now running a clean 61. I don't think I missed any cards. I did not. This is what you're running. 61 cards. That is all you're doing. Your opponent is going... If you send a 0 for 4, your opponent's just going to block with armor. Doesn't matter. They have a suite of armor. They're going to use it. They have Crown of Providence, so that way if you swing a CNC or leave no witnesses, they don't lose anything. So they're not ever going to block you, but the thing is they're going to be able to put on so much pressure that you're never going to really have a turn unless you're willing to take 25 points of damage. So what you need to do is just block. Block and block and block and get lucky with your hunteds. Because if they set up a good setup turn, you're kind of in for it. So it is important to keep that in mind when that happens. So that's my take into this. You run 61 because you want to see your hunteds fairly early. You can run a clean 60 if you want. I wouldn't though, because 61 is fine. Did I not update my Marionette deck? I did not. Heal up and send 0 for 4 often. So you're going to bring Boost Teklo tomorrow? What the fuck's the plan from both sides? Because I haven't tried. Oh, dude, I don't know about Boost Teklo. I'm going to be entirely honest, but let me tell you, if you're playing like a Fatigue Teklo instead, it is unwinnable for the Huntsman. Unwinnable. There's not a world in which I think I ever get value from Teklo. I have to have so much pressure and power in my deck for that to happen that I don't foresee it actually happening. Yeah, fatigue Teklo is it's near impossible. Like, we have a local who plays Fatigue Teklo, and anytime I pair into him, it's an auto loss. Like, I try my darndest, but it's to the point where he doesn't even need to flip. Shredding is really effective if your opponent blocks with armor, which they never will if they're a good Teklo player, right? You just never block with your armor. You want to know why? They're going to send a 0 for 4 at you. Okay, cool. Banish the top card of my deck. It's an Evo. I get to play it. Like, all you're doing is helping their game plan. Once they have 4 Evos, you then get to go ahead and go, okay, cool. I've got 4 Evos. I'm going to pitch a blue. I'm going to swing. Yeah, you get to know if it's an Evo, but you don't get to know what the bottom card is. Like, if your opponent swings 4 and they hit, if they swing 4, a contract card, they see the top of the deck's an Evo, they bottom it. Who's to say the next card isn't an Evo card also, right? And it is so, it does not help. They run so many Evos in the deck, and if it gets banished, they can just play it. Not to mention Teklo's ability, if there are any Evos in the banish zone, or even in their hand, Teklo's ability states they can pitch 3 to then equip an Evo at instant speed. And the new Evos, the database stuff, costs 0. It costs 0. So you know what they get to do? When they send 9 overpower at you, and you go block with Shelter, block with Hunter or Hunted, look at the top of your opponent's deck, leave it on top, your opponent gets to go pitch a blue, play a thing, draw a card. Now you don't know what you're naming. It is truly a cursed matchup. Truly, deeply, honestly, a cursed matchup. Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure boost is fine. I just don't know if that's the correct move, you know? I don't know if that's what should be played. But I'm not a Teklo main, so I don't really know. But hold on, let me see here. Update this. Yeah, we're running the whole board. Okay, Jarl. Now, Jarl's a very interesting one. I think we actually just need to do this. Swing, so try to get Graven up. Send daggers. And then 0 for 4. Disrupt where you can. Don't HOH until you've seen the Remembrance. Line up dagger codex into CNC as much as you can. I mean, that's exactly it. That's how you beat Jarl, because they're not going to block it. So it's just, I'm not going to say that it was easier with Graven Call, but sending 2 into 1 felt a lot better over the course of the game, because then you only needed to send 2 20 times, you know what I mean? To win, as opposed to 2 daggers, 1 dagger 40 times in that scenario. Yeah, I think we probably play Nerve and Scale Peeler into them. We can run Fiddlers, we can run Seekers. We for sure run Remembrance. We don't need Overcrowded. We don't really need Ripple Away either, but I think this is the deck we just put the pile in. Although we can be a bit aggressive. So the issue right now with Jarl is that Jarls are actually they're playing a far more aggressive, like, play cards from your hand deck instead of a play cards from your instead of just swing sledge. So I don't know, there's a world in which maybe being a bit more offensive is effective here. Something we can try. 63, just kind of keep it tight there. Maybe get rid of the Ripple-aways. Yeah, Frostfang red, I mean Elemental Strike, like you name it. It's just like cards that have good on hits. The benefit to that is that your opponent's never going to be able to fatigue you. The downfall of that is that you're going to get hurt a lot unless you are able to park a D-React and Arsenal all the time forever. But I don't really know. Long game, be patient, block at rough attacks. Syndex for disruption where you can. Try to keep aggressive hands to leak damage. So that looks right. 63. So let's see some matchups. Acilio, this is just kind of rough. Name Blast is the best option. HOH can fizzle when played against Gone Enough Flash, so be careful about that. Put on pressure and kill. Don't try to fatigue, you will die. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like what they're trying to do, I think, in this scenario. Oddly enough, I think we still run... I think we don't run this. I think if we just put on the pressure, maybe do a little bit better, but I think we need to keep AB3 here, unfortunately. So we're going to put... Hate to see. Oh, yeah. I've never seen it happen, but I hear it is quite the insane match. Arms, chest, legs, head are okay. Oh, that's right. No, I really just need Nerve Scalpel. No, I want Spider Spite here. Okay. This deck, we probably don't want Fiddler's Green. Probably don't really need Seekers either. We're not going to play Remembrance. Not going to play Overcrowded. We're not going to play Ripple Away because we don't really need those. Got a lot of D-Reacts. Actually, I'll probably play Ripple Away. Probably actually remove Fate here. And maybe we remove like 2 Shred. That's probably fine because they're not going to block anyway, so we probably don't want to keep all those shreds around. So we're essentially just going to try and kill them. Your player hates it, so I've been caught in the crossfire. I mean, it's definitely a... it's an annoying thing to come across, let me tell you. Alright, what other matchups do we have that we can change? Verdance. Stack Coercive's just a nick. Persuasive to stop combo late game. Amulet's also a good way to hold back turns. We're not on Amulet anymore. Keep aggression up, and if opponent attacks with physical, often abuse HOH. If not, pitch to AB. Update. That's totally fine, actually. That is correct. We are going to be running Nerve Scalpel into them instead of Spider's Bite because their attack actions block for less. Put this down here. Put this down there. That sounds like the good board. We're not going to run Fiddler's Green. We are not going to run Remembrance. We're not going to run Overcrowded. 65. We're also probably not going to run as many D-Reacts. This is actually probably the best version of this deck here, I would say. So yeah, there's not too much else we can do besides removing some shreds, but I think shreds are fine. What the fuck's the play into Recylio? Honestly, I've liked just trying to kill them. Just send damage at them until they die. Tends to work out pretty well here, actually. So, okay, so this isn't terrible. I think we're okay with this. Just a clean 60. We want to see the HOHs soon. Sooner rather than later. Yeah, update this. Go second is the right call to pitch into AB. No, actually, I'm sorry. So going first sounds right. Killing Recylio sounds difficult sometimes, but then again, just get exactly. Well, the thing is that at the end of the day, they're not going to block, right? They're not going to block. They're not going to be blocking. And so if they don't block, like, what are you going to do? Like they're not going to block at all. So you're just going to deal anywhere between 4 to 12 damage at them. And what you get to do is send surgical extraction, and they get to go, I don't know what to do here. Yeah, I think that's fine for that. Vincent's an interesting one here. Vincent, we just run the lantern. We leave everything else. So we are going to be running Nerve Scalpel into them because they have reactions. Most of this deck is just heal ourselves. We kind of want to remove a significant amount of reds, though. I think this is a world in which we maybe get rid of... We get rid of Seeker's Kunai. We get rid of Remembrance. We get rid of... Well, Overcrowded's probably not terrible. This can block for 3 from the arsenal. 68? Is that right? We prevent over D-reacts. Just a beauty. That sounds about right. Would you be more scared of a spider's bite hitting you, Topple, or a nerve scalpel hitting you? Or is maybe Scale Peeler better? Like, if you were to choose a dagger that you're like, God, that's really annoying for my whole game plan. Like, I'd imagine it's spider's bite because you're probably blocking with an attack action and not with your non-attack actions that you need to go online. It's probably bite, right? What's up, Jonathan? How are you? Welcome on in, bud. Ironically, Nerve is correct for the popular decks. Okay. Well, that's what I need to hit is the popular decks. Hope you. Did you like my notes here for this one, Topple? Hope you don't help their game plan. Sometimes banishing 4 Deathly Whale is a bad idea, and I don't suggest it. Pitching HOH to AB is often better as it helps late game. On average, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they're not really going to block half the stuff I do anyway, right? So what's really the point? I want this more so for if they're going to try... If I'm going to try and, like, banish a card. But... I do think on average, Bite's probably better. We'll try both. Why not? I don't know what else to cut from this list, though. Like, I want to see HOH, but I don't want to see it that early. I'd almost rather have the other D-reacts. Block is really strong. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, I'm not planning on removing any of the D-reacts. I think those are just like so necessary for this. The issue I run into is I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39. 39 cards are red. So maybe I take out the Fiddler's green. Because our plan is not to outlive them. And we want to block more than one. So I think Fiddlers doesn't need to stay. Large chunk will have Reaping Blade. Oh, really? I've only ever been paired into Flail. So this is probably right then. So now we're on 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 36 reds. That's probably right. Okay. Well, it's a decent amount of matchups. I mean, it's effectively most of the meta that we're seeing locally. I gotta figure out what the hell I do in a Fang. Well, regardless. Let's go ahead and send this. Let's do some actual testing. The real question is, what the hell do I do in the mirror? The mirror is going to be tough. I think we just play. We play smart. Try to pitch stack that just to Nick. Rip the rest of their deck from them. The Judester? No, dude. No, dude. Not Jude. It's gotta be Jude Cornette. Ah, shit. Well, we probably run these. I'll run this. Run the Sweet. Run the Gambit. We're not gonna need as many D-reacts, I don't think. And we could probably get away with Fiddlers, but I don't really see it happening. Not gonna want Ambush. I mean, we kind of have to just outlive him, right? So maybe this is correct. Yeah, that many D-reacts isn't gonna help me any. I need hands that will actively hurt him. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. We're just gonna send it. We're gonna see what happens. Gravy is gonna be a rough match. Okay. Interesting. So they get the eye, turn 0. Oh, I love going against pro players on Talshar. I will give you a cut to the chase here. No hook activation. They got the sawbones in there. They didn't even play the sawbones. Interesting. Ooh, scuba. Well, we don't have a way to get over, so I'm gonna sink it. Probably just help their game plan overall. Okay. They gravied. This is perfect for us because we have a hunter in hand. Cheating scoundrel. 7 wager. You can discard a card to win the wager instead. Let me just make sure what this says. Plus turn, the winner creates a gold token. Okay, so we could theoretically do... we could block 6. Yeah. I don't like doing it like this, but... port side, ooh. Okay, it's actually not a bad hit. Port side. Whoop, port. Side exchange. So that's a lot of gold generation for him out of here. Nothing that I can see that's out of the ordinary. So we get a bunch of silver. So we can block with our arms next time. They can choose discard to get a gold. Do I give them 4 here? Yeah, I guess I do. I do want to sink Jittery Bones. They either have a D react or they don't. I'm just gonna... okay, cool. I don't want to pop my stuff too early here. There's a Chumbert. Well, the downfall here is this is kind of a shit hand. Let's just kill Chum. We'll see if he's got the sauce. I will sink call. Okay, Chum dies. That was not a good time to have an all red hand, but you know what? We live and we learn. Murderous Rabble. I really just want to threaten the blocks. I mean, I'll take 3. It's not a hook activation on this one here, so we're okay. Gravy, a Whaler Humperdinck. That's so fucking good. Sawbones coming out. Ooh! Swiftwater Sloop. One... well... sink this card. The double shred is not super good here, gotta say. The awful part is I give him such room to do whatever he wants with that Whaler Humperdinck, and I don't know how I'm gonna kill it. I do want to pay. Yeah, you want to sink back alley break line. Don't want them to get a Swiftwater off that. How am I going to kill Whaler Humperdinck? How in my entire deck am I going to kill Whaler Humperdinck? Cut to the chase in a 0 for 4, I guess. What did they do? Oh. He took 4? Okay. 5. I'll bluff the I don't have anything in my thing here. Scuba. Hook for 6. I will give you 6. I do want to buy back my gloves. Pay a counter. Swing scuba. Avasti. Yeah, I'll sink that. All the good cards on the top of my opponent's deck, I swear to God. They've also got, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 allies in grave right now. They're able to go so crazy with it, it's insane. Call to the grave. Probably get it back, alley break line, if I were to guess. I can kill Whaler Humperdinck if it's here. They have 35 cards in deck. Conquer the High Seas. That's so sick for me, I guess. Maybe we just take 4 here. There's no hook on this. We'll sink this Codex. Sawbones, Dead Threads, 6. I guess we can just... We could send 2 daggers at Sawbones. Well, this could be a dagger and then something else. We could dagger into him, into Sawbones. I mean, it's just kill Sawbones effectively. We are going to... Well, they get full value from the Sawbones if I do that, so... Well, not seeing Sunken Treasure. Six wager. Heal 3. Oh God. Dead Threads, Chum, Hook. I don't know. I think I might actually just give you gold here. I don't. Yeah, because I have to give you. I have to give you Codex here. You can have it. We're gonna send this pitching. Whoops. This pitching this. We're gonna do this. Get back a Annihilate the Armed. Send Annihilate the Armed at Chum. I will sink his Cheating Scoundrel, sure. I I don't know that they're on Fearless anymore. Okay, Just Nick is kind of weird in here, but... Murderous Rabble for 3. I think we just take 3 here. It's not an on-hit, so... A lot of cards. The last chum coming out. They're not hooking. It's probably for the best. That's a shame. I think I have to use a Justinic. I think I have to use a Justinic and Persuasive on Chum here. Oh well. Mine? I don't think it matters. Okay, ley line. We're like kind of doing okay. I almost want to pop this Remembrance right now, so I can just put anything back into my deck. 4 is not terrible. I'm worried what the other thing is. So I'm not really worried about 4. You did not hook it. I've already made a gold, so... Probably Rigor Mortis, if I were to guess. Scuba? Riches, get a gold, okay. We have 29 cards left in deck. Can I plunder? Well, no, I'm killing Scuba. TV6. Don't get another gold. Send at Scuba. Kill the dog. No, Braxton, I didn't sign up early enough, and turns out they're full, so, which is fine. It is fine. Restless Bones for 4 go again. We can probably get full value if we slay Coercive into Codex. I don't know what they're going to get out, though. We can give up a Shred here. They have an Anka. Again, not really an on-hit, so I'm not too worried about it. I feel like I'm not as upset. Okay, come on, Taljar. The whole tip the barkeep, play Rigor Mortis. Wonder why they're waiting to play Rigor Mortis. Like, there seems to be some hesitation on Rigor Mortis. Sure. 5? I will give this here now. Well, I should need to give my D-React. Cool. This is going to be kind of a fun turn, I think. We're going to do this. We're going to choose Anka. We're going to sink that card. I'm going to play Coercive. Looking for non-attack actions. I get go again. I could try to get their arsenal here. I do have a CNC in here, yeah. I guess there'd be no reason for me to play that if it was going to be that instead. Oops, shit. Yep, crown it away. Get a Conquer of the High Seas. It's actually kind of good. Oh, I mean, it would have been the same way anyway. I don't have an arsenal though, so they're probably going to save. Ooh, never mind. I do. Ah, that's actually. Oh no, not the all red hand. I need to keep this hand because I need to pay 3 into this. Not the Conqueror killing me here. That's going to be rough. Yeah, no, you're right, Riku. It should have been. Yeah, but then I drew for reds. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, because now it's going to be pitch another blue. Play call. Back alley, so they got 2 action points. Gravy again. Try to discard, get rid of the scoundrel. Draw a card. They're looking for a blue so they can play their thing. They're not getting it, which is so sick for us because that means we just get to pitch 2 to send dagger. Thanks. I think we just go about sending. No, we want the cut to the chase. I should pair these together. We'll just send 6. He gets to send it again. Interesting. I guess I can just. How much more cut to the chase do I have left in the deck? I have 1 left. No, I need to take this. It's gonna die anyway, so we can actually just send this at them. No, I don't want to send Conquer of the High Seas. We'll see if they've got it. Cool. Okay. That's actually fine. Thank God for gravy. Yeah. We have 15 cards left in deck. We just need to live. One of them is a no block. We just need to live. They have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 allies in grave. For 1, and I'm gonna say no blocks to the 1 there. Send your Conquer. Go ahead. Sawbones. There it is. Let's block 7 and then block and then just send this at Sawbones. We might even just take 6 from Sawbones here. I guess we could also do it on. No, we need to do this on here. I could take 4. No, we need to do it now. I could put this in the. I mean, they have like nothing left in their deck. Yeah, this is just gonna sit there. Oh, I don't want to sink a Vasti. That'd actually be perfect. There's 2 in the deck right now. They still have all those ley lines too, and 1 in hand. Let's go. That's so sick. Use the 1 float. Send hook. I'll give you gold. I'll block 3 here. So they don't really have go again sources anymore. No, I want to buy back these things here. Oh, I guess I had enough to buy back both. Yeah, I do want to sink that. I don't know though. 10 life is kind of rough, and again, they have a Whaler Humperdinck. Like, I don't think there's a world in which they don't get to play Whaler Humperdinck here. Rigor Mortis, send Rigor for 6. They don't have Fearless Confrontation though, which is kind of cool. Remembrance. Uh-huh. Yeah, I do want to equip Mask, actually. Let's do Spider's Bite to Rigor Mortis. We'll keep the Prog down there, because I think I have Justinic still. I have 2 Justinics in the deck still. If I threaten this, they're just gonna block with the boots. So they did just Remembrance though. So I wonder if they have a Conqueror. Call of the Grave. Yep. Back Alley Breakline. Yep. This is such a rough deck. Okay, so they Swabby. They Sloop. Oh god, the Sloop is so good. Immediately regretting having this card in my deck. You're gonna have to break the chain to get an ally out unless you're gonna play Swabby. Of which I just need to send... Leave no at it. Take 2, go down to 8. Right? Yeah. They're waiting for their like uber turn. I'm gonna heal 3, go back up to 10. Gravy, Compass. Oh. I missed that line. Okay. Shit. Shit. That's not going to be good for me. Oh, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. I have to take 6. I don't actually know. I don't know. This is getting kind of scary. This is not a deck I ever really went into either. So it's gonna be Swabby for sure. Yeah, I do want to sink Ivophidia. Although I don't know. That might not have been a bad one to put on there. Oh God. Well, there's my Justinic. If we can keep this card in our hand and we can send it at our opponent, maybe we'll try to gain some life here. There's a Conqueror incoming. So much oh, and you still have an ally. 5 cards left in deck. There's not a world. You can't Gold Kiss Rum here. You pop another gold. You only are finding yellows. Play Prismatic. 4. You now have 3. So you now have 2. So I can take... That's kind of an insane line. Block with a Shred, I guess. Conquer the High Seas. Surely. Oh wait, what did he put back in his deck? Ley lines? 8. Oh, I have to block 6. Go down to 1. I mean, there's no fucking way, right? Just gotta die. 5 cards left in deck, though. They definitely put Conquerors back in their deck. I was about to say, I was like, surely they did. Yeah, this is game for sure, because they're probably just going to send another Conqueror. I have to give you 9 here. Yep, that's double Conqueror. Can only give you that much. Good game. Very close. Oh. Yeah, what did you have left? Not a ton. Where is their Eye of Ophidia? Does they draw, discard their eye? Is it in here? It is. It's in pitch, that's right. Oh, man. Yeah, it's rough. Conquer the Heist is a really good card. But we had gone through, we still had Hunter to the deck. So we could have ripped him. We didn't see it, though. Prognick right next to each other. Or no, sorry, this is what it should look like. Yeah, Prognick's next to each other. Hunter was a little further up, probably. Damn. I think if we were playing into a worse player, we could have won. But that was rough. I don't think there was a way they were going to be able to Whaler here. Because these are 2 reds, obviously, so they can't even summon an ally at that point. So they draw up. Their hand is, let's say I live this turn at 1, right? Their hand is Jittery Bones, Oyston, Riches, and Leyline. They can play Leyline, play Jittery Bones for 5, go again. Play... What the fuck else do they have here? Anka? Because they still can't play Whaler. So they play Anka. Anka gets out. Anka comes in for 5. So it's 5 into 5. I can only block like 12 with my hand in most cases. So if that's the case, then the rest of their game is bad. Because the only thing they have left is a Loot the Hold, and I still have 14 cards left in deck. So we almost got there, right? I don't think anything felt bad about that game, though. What do you guys think? Do you think there was anything bad about that game? Anything I could have done different? Jesus Christ. I feel like the only thing that could have made it better, maybe there are some turns in which I could have blocked and I didn't block instead. Maybe play and say this way. Fair. I think that's, I mean, it's fine, I guess, right? Like, yeah. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, weird. Okay. That was odd. Kept me in there. Bolton. Bolton. I don't really have much play into Bolton. They have attack actions and they have defense reactions. They have good armor. But I think they probably don't care as much about it. Maybe they're on dynamos, though. You know what? They're not going to block with their attack actions, right? They need those. This is not a remembrance game. Or this. Also, I mean, having this as a block isn't terrible, because that means I can block their attacks. We have a lot of reactions. The issue is if we let them set up, they win. So, but we can also win better. We can stop their stuff. Let's try 67 and send it. See exactly what happens here. I only vaguely know the ins and outs of Bolton here, so I'm gonna try my darndest to make sure I know what I'm doing. Iron Song versus. So you're already trying to hit. Next time a sword attack this turn hits. Unless you're just trying to filter. Charging a Battlefront Beacon for 4. So you can already... Oh. Can we Hunter Hunter here? I think we can. Let's see if they hit. I mean, they're probably not on. It's a Quicksilver. Courageous Steel Hand. That's actually pretty good. Courageous Steel Hand. God, come on. All right. We're starting by ripping this thing off. We've got beacons. We've got battle beacon victories, roaring beams. Blunton is in the deck. We need to keep that in mind. Blunton is in the deck. They only had 2 Courageous Steel Hand. Okay. Do we care about Blunton here? I don't think we do, theoretically. I think I'm just going to send it no matter what. If we Blunton, we get rid of one of these guys here. 2 Quicken tokens. No, we won't sing Spirit of War. Your reacts block for 1 less. Do we dare? Saving Grace gives it -3 though. Fuck it, we ball. We have silver. I was like, there's no way you give up your arsenal. Holy shit. We're so good. Duty Bound Blitz. I will sing Soul Shield, actually. We're so fucking up. Yeah, just take 4. Hell yeah. Oh, I had a Blessing of Bologna. That's what we like to see. Bolt of Courage. For 2, go again. I will give you 2. You will not be drawing a card. Three. I'll take 3. You did an Iron Song versus this turn, so we'll accept it. I will pay the gloves. I will buy back the boots. This is actually kind of a gas hand. Hello? No. Damn it. I mean, I guess I could do this into... Well, we could do this. Pitching this. I do want to sing Blessing of Bologna. Having them not see a Blessing of Bologna here is actually kind of crazy. Bolt of Courage is probably their favorite one, I would say. Yeah. We could also pop this to buy some more stuff back, because we're going to get on hits. Huge. I will sink a Beam Bravado. I'd rather see a red on top. That's fine. They kept their whole hand for a V turn. Sounds about right. We know they don't have a Bologna for a while. 5 goes. This hand just blocks. Bottom that card. Five. Oh, I mean, they could give it go again. Keep myself alive. Five's a lot. I will just give you the blocks here. You can deal 1 damage to me and then draw a card, sure. Beacon of Victory. That's pretty good, actually. Get to look for a card. An action card with cost extra less. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So they'll probably get out Illuminate. Okay. Put the Illuminate on the board. And they draw a card. Illuminate for 6. Quite a turn, gotta say. Oh, Andicut's gonna get go again. They found something else. Woo! Wee! Golly, what a turn this was. Why are you gonna get go again? Oh, in case you draw a card. Okay. Holy shit. Alright, well, I mean, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good turn. That turned out to be pretty powerful, I gotta say. There's a Blessing of Bologna. Raiden for 0. Okay, let's be honest. We know what this is, my guy. It's a Blunton out of the deck. Alright, Roaring Beam will go back to hand. Blessing of Bologna will make a courage token. Bolton will choose to give it go again. Now I will pay. And I will give this. I will not sink Bolting Blade. That's got an M at the bottom of it. Bolting Blade. Let's see what they have in their hand. 1, 2, 2 in their deck. And they did have 1 in hand. That's huge. What a snipe. What a snipe. What an absolute snipe. What a crazy fucking snipe that was. Holy shit. We love that for us. I have 4 silver. Yeah, I'll buy back the mask. Let's send a Plunder the Poor. Ooh, no, I do not want to sing Spirit of Irina. All right, they give me blocks. They really want that card. Damn. That's fine. Just sack the Shifty in my on my deck. They're gonna get the Spirit there though. Spirit of War. This me charge your soul. If yellow card charges when an attack action hits this combat chain, create a courage token. Okay. And a quicken token from that. So 8. 2. You did charge. So maybe I have to give you 9. I mean, remember an attack action hits. Are you gonna waste your Quicken token? Probably not, right? Not pitching a card from Soul. They have 40 cards left in deck. I do want to buy back the gloves. Let's make sure it's the Scalpel here. They only have block 1 on armor. They're not going to give up Tunic here. I will sink a Soul Shield. That is fine. Now we know there are 2 Soul... Well, they shuffled. They probably have a Soul Shield here. No, they're giving me a card from hand. They wouldn't do that if they had a Soul Shield. Soul Shield will also only block for 6. Or for 5. I feel like this is a trick. This is a trick. Sweet. I do want to sink a Bolt of Courage. I mean, might as well use them. Nice. A Beacon of Victory and a Battlefield Beacon. That's actually pretty good. You have to charge the Spirit for 4. It's got Go Again already. I have a feeling this turn's not going to be that good. They have 33 cards left in deck. It just can't be that powerful. I'm going to take 3. Because if you're going to give it Go Again, you'll do something else. Remembrance. Oh. What are you putting back in your deck? Snatch, V of the Vanguard, and Beaming Bravado are the 3 cards you've put back in your deck. Interesting. I will not buy Mask. I'll buy back Black Text. Tunic. Excessive. We will sink Banner out of Courage. Yeah, this is a hard card to like actually get value off of in this deck, I feel. Yeah, give it Go Again. We get a red off the top. We could only be so lucky. This does not have Go Again. I also would like to sink those reds to the bottom, although a red would help me on my fucking journey here, actually. Shred it. It's good I didn't attack with that weapon, huh? Huh? Good thing I didn't attack with my weapon, huh? Also, where are we with our D-reacts? We have seen 1, 2, 3 of our D-reacts? That's taken us an awful long time to get to those. I threw all my Hunter Huns. I still have one more. Braden for 3. I'll take 3. Okay, Beacon of Victory. What are you gonna go get? Lumina? Yeah, that sounds about right. Play Lumina. On hit. Do a thing. It's okay. You get to heal life. Sea Cat for 7. To Raiden again. I mean, do we block out the on hit here? It's gonna come in for 5. What does it say if it hits? This one light card. I think we just take 2 here. Damn, 4? Remember, 27 cards left in deck. We want to preserve our life total. They're not going to be able to threaten as much. They also have no soul right now, which is pretty cool. Charge a card, comes in for 3. Give it go again. The thing is that we haven't seen any other Luminas. 1 engrave. So there could be 2 Luminas in this hand right now. And if there are, we get hurt a lot. But I'd rather take this first one and expect the other 2 Lumina. This is far better. The only downfall is that I don't have a way to full block this, so... well, it's gonna get go again. It's got go again already, so... let's just do this into this. Make sure you don't hit. Probably could have given the tunic here, actually, instead of the gloves. Beaming Battlefield Beacon. 3 damage. I will take 1. All right, here's to hoping you don't have those soul shields. Or I guess you do. You do have the soul shields. There's the soul shield. This is hot. Ooh, in turn. What are you fucking talking about? They still have a Blunton. Hold on. Actually, no, it's fucking sick, actually. That's so sick that they got that. Okay. Oof. Damn, that sucks. I gotta do this. No, I will not seek Express Lightning. So she still blocks 5. They have Saving Graces also. So they pretty much just have D-Reacts left in their deck, if I could take a bet. Do this. I'm not going to add that to Arsenal. This hand is just fine. All right, I think we're okay. Block 5 on wherever this is. Block 3. That saves my life. Perfect. Okay. Sure. Ugh. Do I just prevent damage here? I think I do. They're down to their last Lumina. They'd have to discard a card from their hand and then possibly lose a card also. I think I say no blocks here, actually. I just let you put cards in your soul. That's sick, actually. I'll heal. Codex of Frailty. I'll bring back this. I don't know that there's a world in which we lose this, unless I am missing a combo, but they should have several copies of Saving Grace still. If I'm seeing that correctly. Several copies of Saving Grace, a Soul Shield still. No, there's 2 Soul Shields that are gone. They have no Courageous Steel Hands. We still haven't found our 3rd Hunter hunted. So they got Express Lightning. That's perfect, actually. They lost a Spirit of War. I will sing a Saving Grace. I want their like last hand to be so dog shit. Okay, I'm assuming they want a different card to discard. Oh, they got Celestial Cataclysm. I guess that makes far more sense just to send that. I will still sing Saving Grace. Sure. Okay. Seacat, lose all of your soul. Block 6. Send a good old Command and Conquer. They have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards left in deck. I have 31, 32. There's Lumina. We got him. We got him. No more Lumina shenanigans. It's a V turn. We got a handful of D reacts. I just shouldn't let this hit. I want to put this down there, but I think we're blocking out anything else we could possibly have sent at us right now. Snatch for 4, snatch for 6. That's okay. So they can Raiden us for 3. I don't want you to draw a card. You can swing Raiden for 5. I could lock it down to 3. Preserve life. We have to remember to preserve life. We're not threatening an arsenal. We're threatening lethal. And they already need like 2 cards. I think we'll take 5. Sure. No. So they're gonna have to give me a card. Here, they can't just give me Tunic. It's cool. We got a red. All of our D reacts are coming up, so pitching a card from hand. Get a courage token for 4. Now, what do we just rip from their deck? I don't want to sing Celestial Cataclysm. Yeah, that's a game. Good game, good game, good game. Yeah, that felt... Now, to be fair, there is an opportunity that I run into a Bolton locally. So that paired out pretty good. That one turn, they threatened 28 points of damage. That was nuts. That was super good. But yeah, they had a Seacat left. It was their only attack. They had no soul to even play it. And then they had 2 saving grace. So the game was over. Because they were going to do that. They were going to send Raiden for 4 or 5. Raiden for 5. I block with Codex, send Shelter, send the Plunder the Poor for 4. They have to block with the D-React. And then it's do nothing with your Seacat because you don't have anything in Soul specifically. So, all right, well, let's move into the next one there. See, now that I've played into a Gravy Bones, I almost want to put E-Strike back in the deck. All right, let's try another one. Let's see what we're doing. So far, I haven't been able to really test the Justinic Persuasive Prognosis combo, but I think we're gonna get there. Oof. Hello, good luck, have fun. This is awful. We're gonna want that. Well, they want to disc. Well, it's a card we're gonna have to lose. I'd much rather have this card back if we're gonna do anything with it. Remembrance is still fine, although it doesn't block. I kind of want the no blocks out of my deck. Fiddlers isn't terrible though. Get with it, hit with a Splatter Skull or something. Overcrowded. There's not going to be a lot of that going on. Maybe Ripple's just not the move. We need to get like online pretty quick here. That's a lot of blues that I'm running out of. Maybe we just don't run the no. 64 is fine. Let's send it. 64 is fine. Pretty awesome starting turn of literally the fucking craziest combo. We'll just send this, pitch this. Yep, you're gonna want that. I'm gonna put this persuasive in my arsenal. No attack actions to be found theoretically in here. Get rid of a beast within, sure. Just gonna pass. Not a bad hand. This could be better. Well, now it's worse. Interesting. What if we give... Well, we want to do this into that, into this. I don't really know that I want to give anything. I'm fine taking 5 here. I will do this, pitching this. I should have blocked with my boots. That's what I should have done. Should have done that. Alpha Instinct. I will sink that card. I will not sink the Swing Big. See what they give me here. But they assume we're going to get a Justinic. We got a Beast Within from their deck. And just give us a piece of armor. A card from hand, I'll take that, sure. Oh, let's try the sigil cycles. Of fucking course. God, this fucking goddamn stupid piece of shit deck. Fuck. Oh. I mean, nothing else is happening here, so I'll just get that back to hand. Well, now they know what's there. They know it's going to be in my arsenal. Let's see if we get send packing again. I'm not going to lie. I absolutely love Rhinar. This is a pretty fun match. I'm not going to lie, but... Oh, the Splatter Skull's so good. All right, let's try this again. I'm going to put this card in my arsenal. Please not my blue. Please not my blue. Please not my blue. Oh, what did you miss? Oh, no, you're the beast within. Oh! Oh, wow! That's huge for me. That's huge for me. They got a Blood Rush Bellow. A Blood Rush and a Barraging Beatdown. So now they're at... Are they on blues? They're on blues and reds? This is gonna be rough, gang. God damn it, are you fucking kidding me? Send packing again. 1, 2, 3. What's in here that I'm gonna get back? Shred and that. I think I'm gonna give this actually. Just give me all your armor. It's fine if you do. To think that they can block 3, 6, 9, 11 with their armor. All right, surely you don't have the send packing again, right? I'm gonna put this in my arsenal. Dig up dinner. What does this do? Choose 3 random cards in your grave. Shuffle all attack actions explore in the grave. Okay. Gain that much life. Show of strength for 9. I think I want the Annihilate the Armed here. Best part is they just shuffled their deck. Barraging. It's not the one I want, I guess. Remove all the misses from their deck, but Barraging Beatdown does get rid of a lot of them. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, they're on yellows? Sure. Take 2, rip a bunch of no blocks from your deck. I do want to buy back the gloves. How much silver do I have? I do want to buy back the boots. I do not want to sink Aggressive Pounce. It is so crazy how swingy this match can go depending on the Rhinar build. That's cool. Dude, if I had Tread here, you're fucked. Yeah, still not going to sink the Aggressive Pounce. This will hit. Oh, that's not Annihilate the Armed. Stupid. Or that's not the, what do you call it? Fucking concealed bit out of the head. I mean, this hand does nothing besides block, I guess. 1, 3, 4. I should just block with the cards from my hand. because they're going to come in with something else. I mean, maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's not just Meat Axe. Sweet. I do want to buy back my gloves. We can maybe even just arsenal this card. Keep a D reaction there, or keep an attack reaction there for just in case. Okay, here's a Blood Rush Bellaturn. They're only going to get 2 of those. They had a Remembrance? There's a lot of misses in this hand. 8 go again. I mean, I don't know what the hell that's going to be. Probably just a Meat Axe. Probably want to keep my armor for right now. Take 5. Okay. Hello? Kind of huge for us. Well, I can't get this out of my arsenal. I could do this and send 4. I'm almost curious if it's going to hit. I feel like I could have Command and Conquered there, but they have a crown. Probably wouldn't have felt as bad. No, I will not do that. So odds are they either block 6 or they block 4. If they block 4, if they block 6, they block 4 exactly. There now, Reiner does play Reckless Swing. But I am gonna do this. I'm gonna pump it up by 1. And I'm gonna pop my mask. And I'm gonna rip the card out of your hand anyway. See, what do we get? Sigil of Cycles, which is a blue, a red. Oh, well, that's a pretty shrimple move there. Get that Blood Rush Bell out of your hand. It's a pretty solid amount of damage I just get to prevent doing that. We'll do that. Pass. All right. So they can pop this. Bear Destruction for 6. We can just take 3 probably. Yeah, we don't really want to keep this shred. Woo! Not a bad one to send surgical. So really the benefit is knowing that your opponent is not going to be sending some insane amount of stuff. Well, they're not going to block with this, so we already know that we're not going to need to worry about that. So we want them to block poorly from their hand, which is why we send Spider's Bite. That is correct. You now block for less. Tuna counter. CNC for 6. Give me that thing in your arsenal, please and thank you. Hopefully it's a Reckless Swing. You're giving me 6. Very interesting. I will arsenal this card. $31, $38, so $38, $39, $40, $41, $42, $43. They're $31, $32, $33, $34. So I'm at well over the amount of cards that they have left in deck. They're popping the Sash on a turn in which they have a Pulping. Ooh, that's going to be unfortunate for you, bud. I will go ahead and just do... this. And then I will give you the D-React. Pulping should not be played into this matchup. Just gotta say. It's got Go Again already anyway, so. 6. Ooh. I'm gonna lose my shelter? What if I gave you Tunic here? No. Just block 6. Put that shelter in Arsenal. Don't get silly with it. They don't have anything left. They're gonna roll scabs and lose. They got no more blood rushes. 27 card, 27, 20, 20, 30, 31. Send packing, sure, for 6. I didn't remember if they're on pulping or not. I don't recall seeing it. I guess we're just going to send a leave now. They're going to have to give me 2 cards. I will sink that card. Although I'd love to leave a miss on top of your deck for when you wild ride me. Yeah, no armor, pretty sick. We essentially just get to send 0 for 4s for nothing now. Bear Destruction and an aggressive pounce. Oh, that's more reds from the deck. Put the sink below down here. Strongest survive. 31, 24. Oh, we have like nothing to do here. How many Just Nicks do we have left still? We have not played a single one. Do we just block 4, put this in Arsenal pass? I think we do. We could block 7. Let's just block 7 instead. Not with that, not with that. No, yes, with that. Because we still have 2 Just Nicks in the deck, so. Damn it. I hate that I'm getting the barragings again. The remaining barragings. Just the 1. Oh, there's still a Blood Rush Bell left in deck. How did I miss that? Interesting. Must have missed that one. I will buy back my mask. I should just pay and do this. Because I don't want to keep that in my hand. Still not a bad hand. Do we expect that we're going to get hit with something else? Probably just a... No, we kind of want that card. 2... Sink? I will not sink any of those cards. We'll see what happens. $29, $30, $31. Ravenous Meat Axe. Okay. Shred in that, so we can send Shred. I mean, we have 2 silver. I don't care about 5. We have more than enough life here. We have more than enough. We'll just send a bite. We'll send this. I will not sink a pulping. I'd rather have a pulping. Damn it. Damn it. Blood Rush Bellow. Now is also not the time to have this at all. Hello? Luckily, we still have our gloves, so we will be surviving this turn. 11 go again. 6, 8, 12. I can get a quicken token. For the turn you eventually whiff. Sure, I'll take 7. Do you want to buy me gloves? I will proceed to put this in Arsenal Pass. They have the rum now. Things are still looking kind of dicey for them. I don't entirely know how they're going to make it through all this. And they don't have too much left. They still have a... Well, they don't have a Beast Within somewhere. They're out of Blood Rush Bellow for surezies. Okay, they did get the value play there. I think I just do this, and then I do this. See if I can get anything of value in this hand. Alpha Instinct. I think they're on 3 still. Or at least they still have 3 in the deck, I should say. They've got 1 in the deck. Son of a bitch. 2 misses, 3 misses, 4 misses. For 3, because you missed. All right, my turn is pretty simple. Just put this card in my arsenal. Okay, they get the go again. I could just give the D-React here. I could just give 6. I should probably just give 6, huh? Save the D-React for when I can't block. Do I get another quicken token? No, I don't care. I'm sending 4. I do want to sing Tear Limb from Limb. Send packing. We love that. All right, here's a Tear Limb from Limb. They have, oh yeah, they only have a few cards left in their deck, so pretty sure we get huge value here. Sand Sketched. Okay. Another Sand Sketch. They have no cards left in deck. End of turn, pass. Good game. I'll do this. That was crazy. It's exactly what happened too. That's got to be the downfall of this deck, right? Is that once you kind of have a hand of all non-attack actions, you just like keep trying to find stuff. I'm surprised they didn't just swing, right? Because what happened towards the end of that there? It was Tear Limb from Limb, pitching a Sand Sketch plan, playing a Sand Sketch plan, discarding a Wrecker Romp. I wonder if he didn't get the value from it. Maybe he didn't. Okay, come on, let me have this. Okay, whatever. I am also going to do this. I realize I never have turned this on. I would love that. Okay. Well, I mean, we're certainly not supposed to really win into Rhinar, but we did it. So, not terrible. So what, we're 2 for 3 now? What are we at? So what do we get? 4 losses, 4 wins? I mean, we're netting above. I think this is probably fine. Let's give it another shot. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully we're all hanging out, having a good time. I know Huntsman games tend to be a little crazy. Oh, little lady. Ooh. We go second into this. We definitely want. Oh, what the hell? Oh yeah. What are you? Are you still on the elemental strike stuff? Oh good. Oh goodness gracious. Little giddy. Ooh. We go first. Hello. Good luck, have fun. I'm gonna try the Cecilio shit. See what I do here. We'll just go ahead and send it. Oh, girly. Wow. My cat's over here hanging out. See, this is a pretty good hand. Think I can find an attack action in the top 3 cards of their deck? Sure can. How that lined up so fucking well. Oh. Leak a bunch of damage, get some silver pass? I should have popped mask. Oh, well, now we have that in there. It's interesting. I guess I could get back my excessive blood loss. Flittering charge. We'll just sink here. Do we sink any of these cards? Codex, probably, yeah. Okay. Actually, hello. Can't do it on that one. Can't do it on that one, Chief. Not one I'm able to do it on. Oh, did they not have the... Oh. Looking for stuff with go again on it. Oh, they conceded. Well, that'll never happen in the real world, is I'll never have an Acilio player concede to me. It was Sigil, Blink, so the whole hand didn't block at all. I sent 4. What was I going to get? Blink? I already gotten a Blink. They had a Mind Warp in there. Yes, this hand doesn't really do anything. Draw a card. Put this in there. Although they have 2 Sigil of Brilliance already. And another one coming up. Yeah, that doesn't normally happen, but hey, good for us, huh? I'll have to do what I did in Wyoming and swap out 20 cards right before the event and switch archetypes, but yeah, this is sticking with it. There you go. Yeah, see, that's my whole thing, is I'm trying to not get like divulge too far from what performed well last weekend, but I feel like I'm like right there on the cusp of like having this deck down, and I just don't know. Part of me feels like I should be playing 2 Justinic instead of 1, or instead of 3, and maybe put in the blue again, keep my blue count higher. But that leads me literally right back where I was before the event. I don't know. I think it's like the deck's in an okay spot. Unfortunately, I think we're just like running into... I'd like to play into some fun opponents who don't concede into me. It's actually super good for me. I go second into this matchup. Keep everything. They actually are on D-Reacts. They're not going to block their attacks. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. What do we do here? What do we do? I think we just kind of keep everything. We don't need that. Fiddler's Greens are not going to be good. That's me. I don't know. This actually might not be bad for Phoenix Flames now that I think about it, so that's probably fine. Yeah, let's just keep 68 and send it. Maybe Codex isn't good in this matchup, actually, so let's keep 65 and send it. I love seeing people who know me on Talishar. It's so cool. End of turn. Yeah, you got it, Chief. Absolutely. I'm going to be playing this Annihilate the Armed. I will sink that Rising Resentment blue for sure. This is looking for red, or this is looking for attack actions. Giving me your boots early, I'm assuming. Oh no, it's a card from hand. Blocking with 2 cards from hand. Oh, 2 blues? Ooh, Salt is not a terrible hit. I will not sing Salt. I think they're only on 1. So I'd rather get that out of the deck. Arsenal. A into Phi, get it. So they don't have a starter. Yeah, I'll take 0. To Aurora and CC and the upload. Yeah, sometimes I do that too. I remember I was in the Sage queue once and it was like, oh, yeah, you're gonna get paired into Aurora. I'm like, oh, fuck. Not like this, not the team kill. I could Hunter or hunted them here. I think I'm just gonna give... this probably. Actually, sorry. I'm gonna undo. I'm gonna play this instead. And I'm gonna sink this shelter because I don't need the shelter. That's better. Cuner again get blown up. That's crazy, dude. It's insane. I don't understand. Yes. I feel like I should send Dagger here, just because I know I'm going to get into it again. But I feel like I need to keep the blue in hand, so I'm gonna. Ooh. Wait a minute. No, I don't want to see God of Phoenix War. Is this gonna hit? Oh, if this hits. Wait a minute. If this hits, if they decide to full block this, we get huge value. Although they can draw a card, so it's not exactly the easiest thing. They're gonna say no blocks. I think I am gonna mask here, actually. We'll do excessive first. Damn, that's a lot of not red cards in your deck, my guy. I feel like I have to. I feel like it's so early. I have to do this. We'll see if they out me. Breaking Point. I think that's only a one of in the deck. Probably don't have it in their hand. I'll tell you what. Breaking Point. One. Yeah, they just have the one. Oh no, sorry. They have three. Guess I just hit them. Good stuff. Three again. What if we Hunter hunted again? Woo! Okay, that's a good M. Oath of Loyalty. You got three of those in your deck, I'm almost certain. Doesn't look like anything odd about the deck, I don't think. Some general basic stuff. He's only on two. We have 7 silver. Go us. Arakni ready for retirement. I mean, if I let this hit, you can do whatever, I guess, but activate Tunic. 3. I mean, I kind of just want to get value on these now. That's a lot of damage that you just sent through there. 5 or 2. Golly, that's a lot. Okay, I guess I just get to park this in Arsenal. That was a lot of damage. They did lose a good portion of their stuff, though. Bottom of the card. We probably care more about the CNC in this scenario. I don't care that that hits. Let me get a mask trigger. 6. You are trying to keep an arsenal, friend. Do you want to put the gloves back? Let's do Tunic. Just guarantee that this is going to hit for sure. Probably just take 6, lose the arsenal. They're already down 1 Phoenix War. Lost the spreading flames. Okay. Blaze. This smells like rake the embers or rake over the coals. Give you a sack. Maybe this is just what this was. Okay. Well, we prevented life, so we're gonna hit him with this pitch. Ooh. Do they have a D-react? I don't think they do. Okay, hit 2 cards. I should have popped mask there. But it's a fine that I didn't. Rise, blue rise, Phoenix War. Draw 2 cards. You have a lot of blues in your deck. I don't know how much more of this hand is going to be blues. Awful lot of blues in that deck. We love swinging sword. True, true, true. True, true. 5? I guess I can give you 5. Also, what the fuck? Hold on. Did you just... Block 3. I don't think there's a world in which if we just need to avoid crazy damage here. This is damage I'm actually almost willing to take because there's going to be more coming. I don't want them popping mask. Don't ever worry about weapon damage. If they pop boots here again, they can do that. Damn, that's a shame. Do I let this hit? I'll give you Tunic. Sure. Sword again? Sure. Perfect. No mask. And I get to heal 3 life. I'll buy back my Graven equipment. Pass back over to you. That was a pretty good blocking maneuver there, I'd say. 2. The real question is what are they getting back? I don't really care about this. I think they're going to assume they're going to be able to hit more later. Probably pop mask now. You get a lava burst, maybe? Yeah. Because what do you get? Inflame the firebrand, maybe? Uh-oh. I was wondering what you had left. Yeah, so inflame the firebrand. This is 3 damage. Theoretically, we could just block this. Which I think I'm gonna do. Being swing for 2, I'll take 2. Flame for 4. See what else they got. Lava burst for 5. Block it out. Another ignite. Oh god. I mean, I'm gonna take 2 here. It's probably not worth it to me to do that here, but blade for 3. I will block 3 here. We're not gonna really want to just nick. Two from Phoenix Flame. I feel like we need to block some of that out. I could be wrong. We need to just not. We need to not be thinking like we're gonna. Our goal is to kill them. Like they're gonna play cards. They're gonna run out of cards, and then we get to kill them. That's the play. Ooh. Yeah, we'll pop this. Get him even lower. Another rise. Get a Phoenix Flame back. Phoenix Flame for 3. I don't know that they have too much left in regard. They've no lava bursts, no breaking points, no those. I don't think they can get like over a lot here. We're just gonna block 3. We'll go ahead and give you 3 here as well. Blade for 3. For 2. I don't know if you have tenacity. 5. That's pretty good. That's all your lava burst though, so have I healed with all of my fiddlers yet? No, I haven't. Which means I have a dog shit turn coming up. Block here. Block here. It's looking kind of grim, gang. I'm not gonna lie. Swing sword. I just need to live through shitty Phoenix Flame stuff. I don't know. No, it's not looking good, gang. You still. Oh, what the hell? You had another Salt Wound? Yep, that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know even what's left in the deck. 1? I mean, we have to give. What do they even have left? One sec, thinking. What do they even have left? There's a Spreading Flames left in the deck. Maybe. They have an Inflame. There's Fire Tenants. Lava Bursts. There's still blue Rising Resentments. Yellow Rising. Some Mountings. What are we even looking for if we hit this? Because we give up all of our life if it does. I have to do this now to hope that we don't have him lose anything else, which is unfortunate. I could just say no blocks, but if I say no blocks, they get to make something. You know what? No blocks. We'll wait. Oh, well, shit. See? That's why we should have done it. I had the one in hand. Now we're gonna die. Yep. We're dead for sure. Sucks. Oh well. Yeah, there's no way we win. GG. Yeah. That's just hard because we can't. For one, our freaking Fiddler's Green are somewhere in this deck. We never found them. Kind of felt bad there. But overall, I think it's just hard. We assumed they weren't on another salt. Oh, thanks so much. Always happy to provide to the community. That's so fun. So fun. Thank you, opponent. Yeah, I don't know how this gets better overall. I am, actually. I am. Come hang out. Yeah, and their turns were like Phi is crazy. 16, 16, 24, 19, 10, 16, 22, 10. Like, that's pretty consistent overall. I don't know. Okay, so if we hunted in that area, block 4 on 1, rip the Fire Tenant from the hand. They have then prowess to pitch to send Searing Emberblade, and then they can attack with Phoenix Flame. So I get full value from that hand if I block out that way. Still have a Phoenix War. Interesting. Phi is definitely a hard one. I don't know how I'd beat it outside of getting the heals. The well-timed healing. Victor. Victor. Okay, so we're playing Scale Peeler and Nerve Scalpel, probably. We're playing a Remembrance. We're playing these. We don't need this. What's up, Crimson? Lack of disruption. Draw, leave no witnesses, and CNC. I have a hard time pacing pop-up turns. Oh, for sure. And they drew up, but like, I think the downfall is like I have to take like 9 points of damage in order to send 6, and you lose your arsenal, which it doesn't really matter if you've got like blues and a bunch of other stuff. I don't know that I send everything into this. I think I'd still take out these. 66 sounds fine. Let's just send it. Yeah, it's a tough game for Huntsman. I mean, either I decide, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna say no, no blocks and swing at you with a bunch of disruption, but there's not really a ton of disruption available for Huntsman, so ooh. No, I don't want to sink that. A visit the Gold Mine Estate will certainly be a nice thing to get off the top of the deck. Do I shred here? Yeah. Huge. Huge for me. Spinal Crush. You think I give a shit about that, dude? I mean, I kind of do, I guess. Kind of give a little bit of a shit about that. They also don't have a lot of armor here. Is it better to do this then, I think? To be okay. I think we're just gonna make sure to do this. Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, I think Huntsman. I think Marionette's Disruption is far better because their numbers are also incredibly high. And on top of it, not only are they incredibly high, but you have Mark of the Black Widow, you have, you're playing Take the Mantle, so you can get, you know, you can play Mark of the Black Widow later also. Like, it's really good. Tunic Headbutt. Crush. What an interesting hand to give me. Do I just this? Probably. Prevent some life, I guess. See if he's got a gold main estate in there. He would have played it. All right, destroy your gold. Your one gold. Your only gold. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're so goated. That's crazy. That's main character shit right there, I'll tell you what. That's exactly what that is. Interesting hand here. What the fuck does this all do? Dude, do I have a Leave No in here? Fucking don't. I do have a Annihilate there, though. Give you 6. Heal. We'll do one of these. Pitch. You are willing to block with a Midas Touch. Now, why would that be? Oh, my Ponder. Boo. We've not gone through any Just Nick yet. I'm going to try and get some hits on this Double Trouble. We want a Scale Peeler here to pitch. Now, I wonder if the real question here is, do we keep this? They're blocking 9. So how are they blocking with 9 cards? I guess they just a draw card. Fucking hell. So this gets bumped up to 6, up to 8. So we don't do anything. So we just put this in arsenal. Deal with the repercussions of that, I guess. Good, we have a coercive now. And we don't have a persuasive. What you gonna give me? Several more cards from your hand? Sure, you still lose that clash. You're losing a lot of clashes there, bud. You're still losing them. I would concede. This would be a concession for sure. I didn't even think that you could do that. Now that yeah, that's fine. Make you use it, I guess. Block 4, effectively. Send to sack the shifty. Ooh. No. I'll take that. Hit this. See if you have the other D react, kudos, but you don't. Ooh, okay, a test too. We'll take it. Now they are winning. Their deck size is significantly higher than mine. This is -2 on the next attack. So I just sing a dagger for 0 and then annihilate the armed? Actually, no, that's right. You get healed. Oh shit, wait, stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I gotta go back. We still have to send this. Math was wrong. No, I don't want to debilitate. Math was wrong. I thought this cost 0. Well, I thought I had a floating resource for some reason. Oh, well, it's perfect time to have a test of Iron Grip, tell you what. God, thank fuck. Wait a minute, what was on top of their deck? Debilitate? Do I really want that right now? Not really. The Remembrance would be sick. I almost want to send that. Maybe they just don't care. I don't know what's on the top of my deck. Oh, losing a sync below kind of sucks. We go Scale Peeler pitching. Now they could give me 6 on the leave no witnesses. Just damage. Did I get a leave no in here yet? There's not a leave no witnesses in my deck. Eesh. Ugh, God, this hand is fucking awful. We need to keep this Justinic. We could do the chase, and then we need to do this. What do we get? Clash of Bravado. I don't know that it's a good hit, but Clash of Bravado. Is only the one in the deck. Go figure. Again, awful. Awful, awful, awful. It is our first hunter hunted, though. Swing dagger. Give you a whole hand. Like, we're kind of winning, but we're also kind of not winning. We need to be far more aggressive with our hands, I think, and so I'm gonna kind of be hoping for the best here. 7 damage is a lot. I don't care enough about it though, because I feel like the on hit's more relevant. Yeah, let's just take 7. We shouldn't, but it's not gonna feel good. Yeah, that's why. That's why we do it. So we can dagger, excessive blood loss. Or we can get a different card. Do I still have... I don't have any more cut to the chases. I have some shreds still left in the deck. Let's not do that. I mean, maybe we get lucky, huh? Let's do this. Pitching this. I feel like daggers are just the way. Because I'm gonna send this. I don't want to sink the Golden Sun. Yeah, because you're just gonna give me 6. Then you're gonna hit. So you get to draw a Golden Sun. Such a fucking good thing. What a sick hand you have coming up. Alright. That just turned out to be awful. I should have sunk that. I'm just gonna remembrance. I'm gonna put back CNC, and you guessed it. Codex of Frailty. Boulder drop. 8. Keep myself alive a little bit. We probably want to make sure this is the focus, but they definitely have D-reacts. Ugh. Damn it. Yeah, I do want to sink Thunk. That's so cool. You got some Might token and everything. Well, it's a good thing Overpower is blocked by this. Uh-huh. Am I gonna get pummeled? You have to legally tell me if I'm gonna get pummeled here. I think I am. Take one. Heave a Thunderquake. Okay. We're gonna play this. We're gonna pass. Oh no, not the visit. We're so done for. It's so Jover. 8. What if I said no blocks and I proceeded to go slay the scholars into... Shuffle 3 codex, ideally, and have against their turns codex off. Not all the time. I can kind of explain that, I guess, in a sec here. I almost want to shred the surgical here. I'm gonna take 8. I don't know that this game is like super winnable right now. They're gonna want to keep their whole hand probably. Pitch. Yo, what's up, Delph? How you doing, man? We're just gonna send 4. They're gonna block 6 because that's what you would do in this situation. 7. Yep. That's God fuck. This brings it down to 6. Right, brings it down to 5. We bump it up by 1. Fucking God. This deck is ass. Well. Tough Nut time, let's go. Tough Nut Gaming. Dude, holy God. Spinal for 13? I'm pretty sure I just die, right? Debilitate. Well, have a good time at your PQ. It's fucking, of course, it's just the 1 of in the deck. 2 of. Yep, you still do 7 damage to me. God. This is the times I want to pay... no, I want to buy big gloves. This is one of those times that I want to play... what do you call it? Rhinar. I want to play Rhinar so bad. Thank you. I guess I could have brought that one over and hit. Yep. Yep, that's right. E-strike for 7. Draw card. Oh. We already have 2 nicks in the grave, right? 1 nick in the grave. I don't know that we're living past this, unfortunately. $22 cards left in deck. When are the odds that we're going to get a Justnik Prog again? I mean, I have to try, right? They have 5 might on their next turn, though. I don't think there's a world. We'll do one of these, pitching this. You just get to keep your whole hand now. I will sink Macho Grande. Remembrance, okay. Yeah, this would be it. We do have a bunch of reacts, so... But 5 might? Ain't no way. Ain't no way, Chief. Not with draw 2, the card. Jesus fucking Christ. Just the general threat of Guardian makes me want to play... Okay, well... You have 2. There's no way you're not on a 3rd pummel, right? This is gonna be one of those things where it's like a phantom pummel. 3, 6, 9, 13 exactly. If you pummel me, I die. Yep, you get a whole grip. Do whatever you want. CNC for 6. That's a pummel if I've ever seen one, right? Do I respect the 3rd pummel? Do I just assume they're on 2? I've seen their deck once. I should have looked. I've seen their deck twice. Yep, we die. Good game. Should have thought about the other pummel. Yeah, I don't know how incredibly winnable this game is, unfortunately. To answer your question though, Crimson, you can Arsenal Remembrance, because you usually want to shuffle. I mean, really, you can shuffle anything, right? You can shuffle surgicals and codexes are exactly what you're gonna want at the end of the day. But arsenaling it, oftentimes if you put a card in arsenal, it tends to bait out opponents' command and conquers and stuff like that, and you can quite literally just play Remembrance, right? Victor stuff. I mean, it's one of the worst matchups I think we have as Huntsman. It's not easy because all of their damage is insane. Overpower on Golden Sun isn't the end of the world. The genuine issue is that this card says pitch to gold, draw 2 cards in Victor, which is, I don't know if you know, really fucking busted. So the fact that this card, which is like a $350 plus card, is just like, all right, sick, pitch it, play it. The benefit, right? Genuinely, the true benefit of Victor is that normally it's too expensive because of this card to play the deck. So most people don't actually even play it, or they don't play this card in general. But yeah, the rest of their game was like, I mean, they were going to Remembrance back the 2 Visit the Goldmane Estate. Obviously, if we hit this off the top of the deck, we're like gaming, right? We had a Justinic. Where was that going to be coming up? Several turns from now, but we had a Prague and Justinic. So, but that's several hands later, right? So 1 hand, 2 hands, 3 hands. So in 3 hands, our hands could be pitch, pitch, dagger, dagger, persuasive, Justinic. If I had blocked with 1 more card there, I would have lived. We would have lost a Codex. No, -3. What was I at? Was I at 1? I had to have been at 1 because I went down to -3. So maybe I would have died. But Victor's tough. Victor's a tough match. I don't expect to do very well into a Victor. I do think Victor's probably one of the best Guardians to play right now, just because they block 4, they draw cards. They get to play a card that says give +5 to my next attack next turn, and then also draw a card. Kind of insane. But not bad. All right, checking on the stats though. Yeah, we're looking pretty neck and neck here. We had 5 losses, 5 wins, and 1 loss. So 6 losses and 5 wins so far. The deck has like a 48% win rate. This isn't counting any of the games that I played into stuff on Friday or on Saturday and Sunday. I think the real thing I'm trying to figure out is what is my local meta gonna be, right? I know there's a ton of people on Guardian, which sucks. There's a ton of people on Verdance, which sucks. There's a ton of people on Tech. Well, I shouldn't say there's a ton of people on Techlo. There's at least 2 to 3 people I know of that are on Techlo. So really the question is how well are those going to get played into? And what do the win rates look for those if I play something else? Because my fear is that we're going to show up on Sunday's PQ and it's going to be like I'm not going to be able to make it through the wall that is going to be there. Because people are going to be on Jarl, people are going to be on Verdance. But this is the same dooming thing I took last time. Because people aren't changing decks. They're locked in for this PQ season as far as I'm concerned. I know I'm going to pair into some Warrior probably. I'm going to pair into some other Assassins. So really, I just need. I mean, I don't really know what else would be good in here. I think maybe I needed to see my Hunter Hunteds earlier. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough game. That's a tough one. 5's definitely hard to beat. So I really don't know. I don't really know what I do against 5. 5's pretty tough to beat. But I know there's not a whole lot of people on 5 locally. It's a Bolden player that'll be there. Sty player. Oh, God. There's going to be some Acilio for sure. I mean, Acilio I could probably beat, but there's going to be some Dash IO. I don't know who else. It's going to be some Vincent, probably. Probably. Holy shit. Well, let's check out this game. This is Huntsman versus Marlin. I've been told this is cursed, but they're on Dreadbore? Is that the spice? That would be crazy. Oh. Okay, this guy conceded, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Let's maybe get a player here. Let's join in. Whoop, already taken. Let's get our own thing in here. Let's get another game. We'll see how it is. I am probably still going to go to bed fairly early. Okay, Kasai's not terrible. This one is kind of rough for me, but not the end of the world. I feel like this is another one where if we can disrupt them, we do okay. We don't want this. We don't want this or this or these or this. And maybe not like as many D-reacts. Actually, the blues, I guess we can keep. The D-reacts we probably don't want. That's fine. We will just ship that and see what happens. Okay. Pitch. So already 2 of our 9 D-reacts that we've seen in our hand right now. We should have sent Scale Peeler. I don't know why we didn't. They're going to get a free point of value off this. What do they have on top of their deck? What do we not want them to draw? A Blunton? I'm not going to sink Blunton. You can draw that card. We'll have to keep an eye out if they pitch it. You're gonna block. Ooh, 2 glint. Huge for me. Absolutely fucking huge for me. 2 glint. That's like the only way you were able to get past this. That's huge. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit. All right. Well, we're definitely stripping your fucking hand here, probably. I don't know. Part of me still thinks I shouldn't do it just yet. What are the odds they have the 3rd glint in their hand? No, we should do it. We should do it. Dude, what the fuck? Are you serious? It's right here. I can't Blunton. I can't get this one. The one card that's in their pitch zone, and I gotta fucking get this goddamn thing out of here. At least they're on 3, so I get 2 of them out of the deck, and this one never sees the light of day again. Oh, that's right. Spoils of War. That's right. Forgot. You're trying to get copper. Probably would have been helpful to know. Hit him with 5. Take it on the chin. No, I'll leave it on top. See if you give me 5 block on this. Double glint is crazy. Also, they've got no yellows in their grave. Okay, 5. That's a yellow in the grave, and it's a blood on our hands. Okay. Sure. Gotta remember they're gonna have it take it on the chin. Take it on the chin. Take it on the chin. Hell yeah. Ooh, okay, it's actually kind of a good hand. I think I just block. Let's get my value for my... Buy back my gloves. This hand says this. Then I can shred into that. Do I want to send dagger first though? I mean, the shred's a shred. They're probably either gonna, they're not really gonna block, I imagine, but let's see what's on top. Provoke. What's that at the bottom? Because they're able to go live and get gold now, so... And we're looking for cards with go again with Sack the Shifty, so... Huge. That's got go again. That's got go again. That's got go again. I think we want to just get the reds out of the deck. We can also just shred this here. Just get some damage through, I think. Because I guess we can get them all, right? We'll see if you have the... Please don't de-react me here. You have a take it on the chin. That only blocks 3. 2 take it on the chin. That's kind of rough, gang. Not gonna lie, that's kind of sad. I would like that card on top of your deck, please. No. Guess I'll just buy back that headpiece. Two freaking... Two quick... oh, and they have a sigil in hand. For 2 go again? I mean, I could just give 2 here, right? Get as much value as I can. A red slice and dice. Okay, I guess I'll just take 2. I will pay the gloves. The real question here is, do we want to just a Nick? Because we could do... Well... So they have to block 8. We can do that, I mean... Do we have a Just Nick still? We haven't used one. Let's try it here. They don't have a D-React, an Arsenal. We're losing out on value of boots. I think that's probably the only thing that I'm not happy about, is the fact that we have to give up our boots here for this. But If our opponent blocks 8 or more with their pieces, then they're good. We are going to hit ya. All right, so we're going to get a whopping 3 cards from the top of the deck. Raise an Army's not a bad one to get. Let's just send 4. Sharpen Senses. I do want to sing Sharpen Senses, actually. They're keeping their whole grip for this. Kind of interesting. They'll probably block 4 here. Maybe not. I don't know, am I winning? 49-50? I'm losing the fatigue game. But I came in with 61 exactly. Because again, we're trying to kill them. So that's our overall plan here, is just to try and kill. So I guess it makes sense why we're looking like that. Okay, I don't even know what's on top of your deck anymore. Oh. We could probably bam bam CNC. So maybe we block. Give Codex here, maybe. I'm really curious what they're gonna do. Also, hello? Blood on our hands. Okay. Modes are go again and attack twice. All right, so they're trying to make gold here. Is this a Blade Runner turn? I will give you this. I'd imagine you're going to try and leave on an arsenal. No Blade Runner or Blade Flurry there. Let's give you this thing here. If I give you go again, you're not going to do much with that. We can keep an arsenal. Probably should do. Maybe it would have been better to put this in arsenal then. No, we're trying to kill. I don't care about these D-reacts. Put them to the bottom of the deck. Put them to the bottom of the deck. I'm trying to kill my opponent. Or getting whatever they got. And unsheathed. Okay, cool. Huh. We could surgical with tunic and sink. Have it come in for 4. Concealed blade. Now, this isn't a hand that does a whole lot here, actually. Slice and dice. No unsheath's kind of good here, actually. 3? I mean, we could just de-react this, right? Gotta be a Blade Flurry here. Blood Falls Blade. You are about to get stunted again. I apologize. Do we want just to sink that? Well, that's not better. If we do ability, we block 1. It's fine, actually. Perfect. Then we block 2 over the course instead of having to block for the 1. So there will not be a hit on here. That is the second Blood Follows Blade that we have stunted. And there's one right here in the banish zone. So this is pretty much it for them. What is happening? What is happening? What are we waiting for? Cover that up. There is a slice and dice at this. So we can send 1, 2, 6. They'll be dealing 4 damage to us, 5 damage, or 3 damage to us. I don't like giving up a Justinic, but we don't really need it. But that's fine. Dagger. We'll see if they give us a card to block this. They don't. We get free value off this. I will not sing Blade Flurry, no. That card gets to stay on top, where I can banish it. Give me 2 cards. Okay. Kind of a pretty good hand, actually. Oh, they're going to try and make gold. They have a Blade Flurry on top of their deck. If they swing with Hot Streak here, we block with Cut. Even though I think Cut might not be too bad. I might actually just say no blocks here. You have a Blade Runner? I haven't seen a Blade Runner in a minute there. Yeah, that makes sense. You can have the gold, that's fine. You're gonna send 2 damage. 3 damage. That's still fine. You're not gonna have an arsenal though. Leak 1 point. Pitch, this. No, we'll take 3. You sent 5. I'm gonna send more than that. Now, the reason we're attacking with Nerve Scalpel first is because we are expecting to have them block something here. Cost 1 or less? I will actually sink that. Draw Swords is cute. I don't know that's going to be enough, though. We know they have a Blade Flurry in their hand. So the real question is, are they keeping it? They're not. Yeah. Jagged Edge? I can't tell if this costs 1. I will not sing Jagged Edge. We get a silver off of it. Again, this is another one where probably just not going to do anything about that. It's like, if you're going to give it go again, I'd rather you just give me a card. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Like, if you're going to give it go again anyway, we'll block. I can pitch this and then put Prague in Arsenal. I'll see no blocks. Prague and Arsenal. I think I have one Justnik left in the deck. I don't know that we'll be able to do much with it, but at least something. We're at least going to threaten 2 blocks out of their hand. So they are blocking with that. Okay. Blocking with a Blade Runner. Wonder if they're going to be of the assumption. There should also be another Blunt in the deck, I think. Okay, so going to have to give me 2 more cards here or a D-React in hand. Well, Sync Draw Swords. Yep, that's fine. Give me the D-React. God, I wish I had a Shred in my hand. Ah, there they are. We can just give this. Perfect. Dagger. Or I think we're going to use our Shred here to pitch through some additional damage. Send another Dagger. Send 4. No. I'd rather not. I'd rather them keep their shelters than anything else, but shred this. Okay, sure. So they're gonna have a shelter in their next hand. So we're really pushing damage here, I think. God, I wish I had 1 more silver to buy back my boots. I'm gonna draw a card. They're getting a shelter from the storm. Unfortunate for them. I think they're gonna try and force a gold from me. Five. Oh, God. I mean, I don't know that I care that you get a gold. I think I just give you this. I know it's a shelter from the storm in your hand, so you're just going to send 2 more at me. Theoretically, could have maybe even just sent the excessive. No, we're gonna force the D-React and that. Provoke. Yeah, we'll put it at the bottom. Provoke to the bottom. And it is almost 1 a.m. I have to go to bed soon. D-React. 2 D-Reacts in their hand. Sure. Yeah, no kidding. What the hell are you doing awake? Now this is a hand of all time. Streak. I do not give a shit. I'll take 2. Sure. We'll do one of these. It's true. Very true. Very true. I appreciate you, Brax. Appreciate you, man. Okay, this is still unfortunately just this. I will sink that card. I will bump this over. Oh, I will not sink the sink below. 2 red cards. We are so fucking back. It's insane. We are so fucking back. It is insane. We're buying back our boots. We're about to go wide. Spoils of war. That sucks. There's a raisin army in their hand. They have tunic up. Okay, well, not really anything to do there. Do I keep them off copper? Do I care? Yeah, they don't have... There it is. Tunic hit 2, hit him with 2 copper. I don't really give a shit about this. No, I will equip the black text though. How many blood in the water they have left? Blood Follows Blade, you mean? They have 0. This. No, we're not trying to do this. I'm not trying to put this card in my arsenal. I want this card in the bottom. Scale Peelers live. Oh, they have one more. That's weird. Swore to God they didn't have any more. Oh, blood on our hands. Let's see, we go again. Do not want to sink sharpened senses. Well, now you have to give me cards. Play sigil, gain 3 life. Okay. I guess I just kill you, right? What does this hand look like? I think they only have... I think they have... They have 1 more blood on our hands. But they only have 2 copper. I don't give a shit about this. And this hand kills them. The real question is, does the Centauri Saber kill me? For 5? There's nothing else left in the deck to pump it like that, right? Iron Song Response is a card they can play. God. Ooh, oh, that was scary. That was scary. That was scary. I was like, surely there's nothing left, right? There's gotta be nothing left. Now, I have to remember, they still have... I will get back the gloves. They still have a blunt in somewhere, I think? Yeah, they do. Probably in this hand, too. So maybe we don't do that. It was just pitched. Was it just pitched? Thank you. I appreciate that. I was not paying attention. Let's do this. Pitch to shred. Okay. Sick. I do not want to sing Sigil of Solace now. Please tell me we get a W here. We banished 2 freaking D-reacts out of their deck. They're gonna have to block 6 here. Shred. Discard. Die. Good game. Woo! Good game. That was close. That was close. It was a provoke. That was the other card in their hand, was provoke. Oh, God. That was close. Yeah, they did. They did pitch it. Or, that's right, here. Oh, man. That was close. Yeah, I definitely think the plan into Kasai is just try to kill them. Luckily, we have the ability to do that with things like Justinic and Prague and stuff, but we just need to catch them pretty early here, so... Okay. Not terrible, not terrible. Could have been better, though, I think. We got reps in. Whoops. Yeah, so 1 win, 1 loss, 5 wins, 5 losses. So we're literally even. We're dead even. We won 6, we lost 6 today. But 12 games in, I mean, the deck's shaping up to be something. I think some of these losses today were like to a Victor, to a Phi, to... What the hell else did I lose to today? What did I lose to today? I won against the Rhinar. I don't know what I lost to today. I wonder if the stats are... here we go. This will be helpful. 1 loss to Phi. 1 loss to Gravy. Okay, so this is actually the win rates after the 3.0 swap, which is my current build. And we're currently... Oh, we lost to Gravy. Yeah, that's what we lost to, was Gravy Bones. We lost to Jude Cornett on Gravy Bones. So 4 wins, 3 losses. Bolton, Rhinar, Acilio, and Kasai. The Acilio win was a fluke. They rage quit, so didn't do anything for me. But not terrible. Thanks, Brax. Have a good one. Best of luck at the PQ. Let me know how things go. I look forward to hearing from you. Yeah, I think we're okay with this. I think this is fine. I'm not upset with how it's turned out. I feel like there needs to be like a small change, like there needs to be instead of 3 Justinic, it needs to be an Oasis Respite or something, just in the case that I play into like Verdance or something. But 3 Justinic just is better. It pairs better into this. So I think that's probably what I'm going to stick with. I think this is going to be the the build I end up taking with me. I'm pretty confident in it. I think it does enough work to where I'm happy with how it works. And I think the discussion we had, I had a discussion with Ellie Bird about Huntsman, and how we kind of felt collectively that Pablo's list was not as like insane as it felt initially, mainly because Pablo's just built different. I think Pablo just has like an insane skill gap that people are hard to it's hard to replicate. But his deck functions and it's still fine, but it feels like the end game is lacking. And if you give your opponent too much room, they blow you up. And that's kind of where I like the Justinic Persuasive Disruption. Granted, it's, you know, 3 cards that you pair with 1 card in the deck, but it is still something that we can do if it lines up. I can't really think of too much else outside of adding the mark package, you know? Like if we added like 3 blue Mark of the Black Widow and a Hunter's Clave, like that would be different. But I mean, again, we kind of have to like hold back on those things. So we'll see. I think Prog Nick is just kind of the best thing to aim up to and hope they line up well enough. But we shall do it. We shall do it. Hey, Alexis, should I build Huntsman and go to Yokohama? Alexis, I mean this with everything in my heart. Huntsman feels the closest to new that I have played after new hitting LL. The only downside is you don't get to banish from hand as much, which does kind of suck. But hopefully we can maybe find a fun jank build of playing Huntsman using the mark package. But I do think Huntsman's a pretty fun pick, and I do think that you would have fun on Huntsman because it is like, it's very much so send that small amount of damage, and then your opponent's life total isn't their life total, although in some situations it is, but really the deck is what you're trying to destroy more than you are their life. And I feel like that avenue directly is something that I think is really unique about Huntsman specifically. I think I need to hear that does something different every turn. Yeah. Huntsman, well, so sometimes it doesn't do it something different every turn. Sometimes it quite literally is just send 4. It's like send 4, block 9 to 10 points of damage, send 4. Sometimes that's what it is. But there's a lot of unique things you can do within the course of the deck. Pitch stacking Justinic Prognosis. Pitch stacking your surgicals, using your surgicals in tandem with like 2 of your cut to the chases. Your shreds also help with things like this. Like there are tons of different ways that people are going to think about blocking your attack, and they'll be wrong about it, which I think is really helpful because excuse me, it's just a very unique way to play Flesh and Blood. Sometimes you are just blocking, but the cool thing is now you have like armor that you can buy back to block better, so that way you're like recurring your Graven Gloves a whole bunch. And I'm not gonna lie, I just think like being able to hit Hunter or Hunted and get the absolute gas cards out of your opponent's deck is kind of just the coolest thing. Sure, it's a bit more luck based than anything else, but if you're paying attention to your opponent's pitch stack before you use a Hunter or Hunted, you pay attention to what cards they've played, what cards they've pitched, so on and so forth. Odds of you hitting something good are pretty good, actually. So I think it just kind of comes down to like the play style. I think that you enjoyed New a lot. I think you would enjoy Huntsman, if I'm being entirely honest. And I think there are jank ways to build Huntsman too that are like also pretty cool. Things that I have to try and check out and test. But yeah, so that is definitely a good call. If you have the stuff for Huntsman, and I know you liked Assassin, so it's not a bad one to pick. But I think we are going to call it here. I do still have to get up fairly early tomorrow, I think. Although, fingers crossed, I guess I don't have to. Still not sure I'm going to Yokohama, but I still kind of want to. Well, I mean, hey, whatever you can afford to do. I think as long as you're enjoying Flesh and Blood, I think it's obviously a great place to be. So, and there'll be like a bunch of spoilers for a bunch of other stuff, and like, it's gonna be cool. I wish I could go. But alas, it is what it is. But yeah, it's gonna be it for me tonight. I gotta get up fairly early tomorrow, but I'm gonna be working on some more content. Tomorrow we're also going to be streaming again, doing more Huntsman stuff. I really need to drill this deck down, and I want to make sure that I'm getting like every small nook and cranny taken care of. So I think it turns out pretty okay. We've got a positive win rate today. 4 wins, 3 losses, which we can accept. It's not terrible there. We just need to hope to perform the same on Sunday. But we'll probably have a stream tomorrow, midday, just kind of hanging out and shooting the shit, getting all that stuff taken care of, and then we'll get ourselves prepared for Sunday's ProQuest and go from there. So, but yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. If you have not already, feel free to like the stream. You can also like the VOD after everything is all uploaded. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and continue to have fun in the Flesh and Blood. And I will see all of you beautiful Ashwings in our next live stream. Good night, everybody.